Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for a very special event to honor and celebrate our incoming officers. Last year, when I had welcomed everyone to our first virtual conference, I had hoped it would be the last. And although we have had all experienced another challenging year, still somewhat distanced from our family, friends, and colleagues, it is my hope that our time apart will only make next year's event that much more special. And although we are honoring our officers remotely today, we promise to throw one hell of a party when it's safe to do so. The individuals being honored today have devoted countless hours on your behalf to serve and manage the association. They believe in the power of an association, the power of your membership, and will continue to do great things in the year ahead. This year, we are excited to welcome a couple of new faces to the leadership, a challenge, our nominations committee. However, as many of you may know, they have been volunteering and supporting our organization for several years. Gentlemen, we thank you for your dedication to the land surveying profession. In just a few minutes, I will turn everything over to Glennon Watson, Nsapple's trustee, to perform our oath of office ceremony. However, before I proceed, I'd like to recognize our conference sponsors who have supported us and have made our 63rd annual conference possible. Our platinum sponsors are Allen Business Advisors, Bernstein International Incorporated, Blue Sky Geospatial Limited, CT Mail Associates, Carlston Software, Control Point Associates Incorporated, Eastern New York Society of Land Surveyors, GDB Geospatial LSPC, InsureCare Brokers Incorporated, Keystone Precision Solutions, Maine Technical Source, MJ Engineering and Land Surveying PC, Topo DOT, Trek Design Group LLC, and Wild Woman Company Incorporated. Our gold sponsors are Admar Positioning Solutions, Cooper Northeast, Eastern Topographics, Erdman Anthony and the Associates Incorporated, Kosakoff and Cataldo LLP, KCI Weston and Sampson, and our silver sponsor is Grover and Bates Associates. Our bronze classroom sponsors are Allen Business Advisors, Mid-Hudson Valley Land Surveyors, and Nassau Suffolk Civil Engineers. And an additional supporting sponsor is the SUNY ESF Ranger School. A big thanks to each of these fine companies for their outstanding support. On behalf of the conference committee and staff, we'd like to also thank Nsapple's Board of Directors, executive officers, trustees, and committee members for your support of the organization over the past year. At this time, I'd like to now introduce Mr. Glennon Watson, Nsapple's trustee, to officiate our office's oath of office. Good afternoon, Glenn.
Thank you, Ken. Good afternoon to all of our members, guests, and conference attendees. It is my honor to install the following officers who will serve the New York State Association of Professional Land Surveyors. Roy B. Garfinkel as President, Jeremy E. Thompson as Executive Vice President, Stephen J. Willard as Vice President, Scott A. Gillis as Treasurer, Scott B. Allen as Secretary, and Daniel E. Marvin as Executive Director. Gentlemen, please listen carefully. The election to a position of leadership in any organization is indeed a great honor. Election by your peers to an office in a professional organization is doubly an honor. It is symbolic of the trust and confidence placed in you by the members of this association. We are trusting that you will faithfully perform the duties of your office and confident that you have the ability to do so. Leadership in any professional organization is an awesome responsibility which should not be taken lightly. And acceptance of this responsibility is paramount to the acceptance of the honor of your office. I ask you and seek your affirmation. Do you accept the responsibility of the office to which you have been elected? Do you agree to serve to the best of your ability, the members and the profession, and support the Constitution and bylaws of the New York State Association of Professional Land Surveyors? If so, please answer, I will.
Daniel Marvin, Executive Director, I will.
Scott Allen, Secretary, I will.
Scott Gillis, Treasurer, I will.
Stephen Willard, Vice President, I will.
Jeremy Thompson, Executive Vice President, I will.
Roy Garfinkel, President, I will.
By the authority given to me by the association, I declare Roy B. Garfinkel to be President, Jeremy E. Thompson to be Executive Vice President, Stephen J. Willard to be Vice President, Scott A. Gillis to be Treasurer, Scott B. Allen to be Secretary, and Daniel E. Marvin to be Executive Director of the New York State Association of Professional Land Surveyors. Therefore, I now turn to the Nice Apples members attending this ceremony this afternoon to seek your affirmation as representatives of the membership of the New York State Association of Professional Land Surveyors. Members, will you support the officers whom the membership has elected in performing the duties of their office? If so, please respond by typing "we will" in the chat box at this time. Thank you to the membership, and keep your responses coming in. By this acceptance of your responsibilities, you, the officers, having the responsibility of leadership, and you, the members, having responsibility of support, the New York State Association of Professional Land Surveyors is guaranteed that the coming year will be successful and productive, as it has been in the past. This concludes the installation of our officers. As a representative of the membership, I declare the officers formally installed. We wish you well and good luck.
Thank you, Glenn. And congratulations to Nice Apples 2022 officers. At this time, I would like to welcome our outgoing president, now officially executive director, to say a few words. Please welcome Daniel Marvin. Dan?
Thank you, Ken. Working for and representing this outstanding organization of professionals during the last 2 years, even with the challenges of COVID, has been a wonderful experience. In January of 2020, we had no idea that meetings and conferences would be held virtually. And I have to confess, I missed actually seeing people in person instead of through this new virtual world. Thank you, everyone, for your support as we navigated the newness and challenges presented with limitations of the time. I would like to thank the staff who really do all the work behind the scenes, even though they will tell you otherwise. So a huge thank you and a virtual hug to Amber, Heather, and Sharon. You are a phenomenal team, and I am grateful for everything you have done. Congratulations to the newly installed members of the executive board, Roy Garfinkel, Jeremy Thompson, Stephen Willard, Scott Gillis, and Scott Allen. I look forward to working with you in the form of the executive trustee. This gorgeous painting of central office that you can see beside me was created by artist Christopher Mieski in 2009 and donated to the association at the 2010 conference. It was featured on display at the conference as a live auction item during the annual gala. Members who attended the gala collectively donated $4,650 to the Shaw Scholarship Fund in order to donate the painting back to the association. That year, President Patty Brooks was installed and was given the privilege to take it home to display. Since then, it has been a tradition of each outgoing president to pass it on to the next incoming president. So it is hung here in our front office since January of 2020. And it's time for me to pass it along. I'm going to miss seeing it every day. Best of luck to you, Roy. And here is your painting.
Thank you, Dan. And while he's delivering the painting, it is my pleasure to introduce Nice Apple's 30th president to address the membership. Please welcome Roy Garfinkel. Mr. President.
Thank you, Ken. And thank you, Dan. I consider it an honor to proudly mount and display this beautiful rendering of the Nice Apple's headquarters building in our BME Associates Geneva office for the next 2 years. First of all, I would like to thank Dan Marvin for his dedication and service as the president of Nice Apple's over the last 2 very unusual years. Certainly the past 2 years have been challenging and have demanded versatility, perseverance, and a lot of creative thinking. Thank you, Dan, for all your hard work and your consistent, great attitude. I would also like to thank Amber and our amazing ladies at the Nice Apple's headquarters. Truly, there are not enough words of praise for all the great work and organizing these ladies do for our association. Always over and above the call of duty. I personally think, and I'm sure I'm not alone, that thanks to our fantastic headquarters staff, we have one of the best professional associations in the state of New York. Thank you to all the Nice Apple's members that volunteer their time for the betterment and progression of our beloved profession. Nice Apple's officers, trustees, committee members, regional officers, and board members, you all make us what we are, and you all make me proud to be a professional land surveyor in the state of New York. Thank you to my regional members, officers, and trustees at Genesee Valley for all of the great work they continue to do and the help they've given me along my path to get here. A special thanks and salutation to the memory of Daryl Mosier, one of our greatest members ever. I would also like to thank my former employers, Costitch Engineering, and my current employer, BME Associates, for the years of support and help they've given me and the time they've allowed me to dedicate to both Genesee Valley and Nice Apple's. And last, but certainly not least, thank you to my family that has supported me, encouraged me, and put up with me for my years of volunteering. As I said, it's been a crazy couple of years, but we have maintained communication and progression despite all the challenges we could never have foreseen 2 years ago. Cancellations and postponements of some of the events have been disheartening and has delayed some of the progress we hoped to accomplish in the last couple of years. On the other hand, the annual conference being done in such an amazing and thorough format virtually is a great example of the perseverance and ingenuity that we have witnessed shine through in these difficult times. To be honest, the pandemic has taken a toll on some of our regionals more than others. Some regions that were light in member participation became even more fractured and silent due to the difficulties presented by the pandemic. Moving forward, we need to be even more determined and thoughtful in our efforts to support and strengthen the regionals. As president, I want to make it one of my major agendas to bolster, uplift, and empower the regionals and their members and strive to strengthen Nice Apple's to be what its very purpose is, an association created to be the foundation of support and service for the collective good of our regionals and their members. I can honestly say I consider it an honor to serve as president of Nsps. When I started working as a land surveyor in 1988, I never heard of Nsps. Over the years, through working with its members and the folks that keep this machine running, I've gained an enormous amount of respect for this association. I will strive to do my best over the next 2 years to make this association even more dynamic and productive in its service to the membership. But I humbly ask you, our members, friends, and colleagues, to help in this endeavor because we need your help. Together, we can continue to improve and strengthen the honored profession of land surveying in New York State. I look forward to us moving past these difficult and stressful times and getting back to working together in person. Keep the faith. We'll get there. Thank you, and I wish you good health and a bright future.
Thank you, Roy, and congratulations again. At this time, I would like to welcome another very special guest representing the National Society of Professional Land Surveyors. Please welcome Tim Burch, the NSPS new Executive Director.
Thank you, Ken, and thank you, NYAPLS, for the opportunity to speak at your annual conference. Hello, my name is Tim Burch, and I am the new Executive Director for NSPS. Like most of you, I hope we can place the new 2022 calendar on the wall and get the worst of the pandemic behind us and concentrate on the work at hand. However, like many jobs in this age of automation and advancing technology, the surveyor is quickly becoming part of an endangered profession. There are many facets in our everyday lives that are a responsibility of the surveyor, but the number of practitioners is dwindling. The pandemic may have turned our world upside down for many reasons, but for surveyors, it increased our visibility and workload. Attrition will claim many within our ranks over the next several years, so we must rise together and find a way to prolong our profession through all avenues, including word of mouth, marketing, social media, and recruiting at all ages. NSPS continues to lead the way as a national voice and advocate for the surveying profession. We are working with legislators across the country to safeguard our professional licensing process and to continue to educate the public on the importance of the profession. The role and the responsibility of the professional surveyor has seen many changes over the past few decades, but which one should we prioritize to brighten our profession's future? As the national organization representing surveyors across the United States, NSPS is tasked with identifying issues, solving problems, and being a strong advocate for the profession. One of the main goals of the association is to recognize how important all of those employed in the surveying profession are to the profession. This includes field crews, CAD and survey technicians, and the administrative staff who help finish the job. NSPS represents members of all of these specific roles and duties within surveying and helps keep your interests clearly on our radar. We are also advocating for surveying to remain a professional service, leaving all of our licensing intact and not be subject to deregulation. The future of surveying and NSPS also starts with our Young Surveyors Network. From its humble beginnings as an offshoot of the FIG Young Surveyors, this group continues to grow and impress with a significant body of knowledge and skills throughout all of its members. As their membership grows, NSPS is incorporating ways to blend their skill sets and ideas into our everyday and strategic plans. If you are a surveyor under the age of 35 and not already part of this group, join today and be part of that future. The future of surveying remains at the forefront of the NSPS list of advocacies. We recognize the challenges faced not just by surveyors, but by many other professions and occupations. We also recognize that inclusion is a key component to creating diversity, so we are ramping up our efforts to be more inclusive of all nationalities, races, and genders. Together, we grow as a profession and as a nation. The future of surveying is very bright, and NSPS is continuing to lead the way in creating a positive career path for our future geospatial professionals. So, please feel free to contact me and the Nsps staff at our office at any time. Phone calls, text messages, WhatsApp, Insta DMs, Facebook Messenger, faxes, hell, even carrier pigeons. We are always here for you. And remember, it's a great day to be a surveyor.
Thank you, Tim. It is a pleasure to have you on board to represent our profession across the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's program. Thank you for attending and enjoy the conference.